Welcome to the Old Guys Meadery, where every week I show you how to make a brand new batch of mead, and then every Wednesday I go live, like we are right now, to see a step of that mead making process live. Tonight we're going to be racking some mead. Thank you for joining me. Hello, welcome. I just need a moment to get settled here. Wrong screen. Do. Should be better. Should be better. Should be better. I don't know. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. We're going to be racking some mead live tonight in about 12 minutes from now. Stay tuned. Should be a lot of fun. I am simulcasting on YouTube and TikTok, so if you see me talking to somebody you don't see, probably on the other platform. But thank you for joining me. Like I said, welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. Every week I show you how to make a brand new batch of mead. Every single Saturday I come out with a brand new batch. I don't replicate recipes and I don't miss Saturdays. It's 187 unique batches. 187 comes out this Saturday. And it should make some people mad. Not gonna lie. It is in my Zodiac sign series for you Libras. And I go out of my way to be insulting. So I hope you enjoy it. That comes out this Saturday morning. I can't wait to show you. If you missed last week, we just did the saffron mead. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Really strong. Go back and watch those videos. If you're on the TikTokies, all of them are color-coded yellow, bright yellow on my page. And then the ones that I kind of split up are like a lighter shade or a translucent yellow. But all the yellow titled videos are your mead videos that come out every week. And then if you're on the YouTube side, it's easy. It's the only videos I put out. I put lots of shorts out on YouTube, but all the videos are mead making videos. And the playlists are very easy to find. And so, yeah, if you want the archive of mead, jump over to YouTube. But we're simulcasting on both. Welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. If you don't know what mead is, it is the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. It wasn't just a Viking drink. The oldest evidence is from Africa, dating over 20,000 years old. And you can't name anything else that's over 20,000 years old. You can't. It's the oldest thing ever. Maybe not ever, but it's really old. There's evidence in ancient China, about 10,000 years old. Of course, evidence in ancient Central America. And Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, did it better than everybody else. But what that means is regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. And I think that's one of your best qualities, and it is my favorite quality of yours so far. Welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. You're a Libra? Yeah. Stay tuned, Josh. I've got a mead for you this Saturday. And I'm sorry. Kind of, not sorry. I started a Zodiac sign earlier this year, and it's gotten a little bit of traction. So people are really loving it. So I'm going to continue and kind of cycle through the beginning of next year, so I get all 12 Zodiac signs. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, and some of them are insulting. Some of them are insulting. A cursed mead. A root beer barrel candy. I mean, that's classic. Classic stuff. I like it. That's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. But yeah, tonight we're going to be racking some mead live. We're going to get started in about 8 minutes from now. So if you don't know the mead making process, I make mead in the most simplistic fashion that I can, and I can't wait to show you how I do it. Every Saturday, I put out a full video that has beginning to end how to do it yourself, and I always put the recipes free in the description of the video, so go check those out. And then in addition to that, every Wednesday I go live to show you stuff of the mead making process live. Tonight is step 2 of the major 3-step making process, racking the mead. So a few weeks ago, we started this mead. It is a pear and vanilla mead. It has fermented. We put some yeast in it, fermented for a few weeks. During the fermentation process, the yeast actually replicates rapidly and makes 2 byproducts, carbon dioxide, which I'll explain a little bit as we get into it, and alcohol, which we retained in the bucket. Tonight we're going to be transferring it to a secondary vessel where it'll clarify for a few months and kind of become crystal clear with any luck, and then become a delicious drinkable mead at the end of it. So stay tuned. I'll explain the process again or in more detail as we get going in a few minutes. But it should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. Don't forget to hit like, comment, follow, share. You guys know the routine. Failed mead. Yeah, I mean, I think all of them have potential. I think all of them have potential. Even the goofball ones I do. The saffron is the most recent easy one. I just did a saffron mead last week for the Babylonian goddess Ishtar, which was awesome. I learned a lot. But I used 2 grams of saffron. I don't know. I've never used saffron before. It's incredibly expensive. I got 2 grams of it. I actually mentioned in the video, I was like, this is really small. I hope it's enough to make some flavor. I immediately got, once the video posted, immediately got a bunch of comments about how potent it is, and I am crazy for using that much. Too late. It's already done. I think the saffron is the most recent. It could definitely use a fraction of what I use and get a really great saffron flavor out of it. I think pretty much any of them. I'm not going to lie. I question the baked bean one. Another crazy mead I made, the baked beans, and I'm like, I put 2 pounds of baked beans in that. What if I just like flavored it with some baked beans? Couple spoonfuls. I don't know. The fun and also punishing thing that I do, I don't replicate recipes, so I'll never know. There have been some recipes that I've tweaked, but for the most part, the experimentation process is my fun, and I will mention at the tail end of the tasting portion of the video what I think you could do differently if you're going to replicate that recipe. But I like that fun. The fails are part of the process. But yeah, saffron is definitely the most recent that I can think of. But there's been a lot. There's been a lot that I think you could just tweak. Jalapeno Moon Pear Mead on the YouTube side. That sounds amazing. Not gonna lie, that sounds amazing. I'm sure it will taste good. Hello and welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. We're going to get started about 4 minutes from now. Hopefully the whole crew jumps in. These Wednesday batches are actually chosen by TikTok subscribers. What's up? And this one is Corey's. He just jumped in. We're going to be racking your pear and vanilla mead tonight. And yeah. It should be awesome. I'm really looking forward to the smell. We'll see. We'll see here in a few minutes. We will see in a few minutes. What's up, Mr. Tall Trey? I like this time a lot better. I don't think it's working for the crew, though. The crew. I like to get started at like 8:30 and kind of end by 9-ish. Because I'm a sleepy guy. But we'll see. We'll see who jumps in. I know Dennis was sick. And I know it's like his anniversary week or something. He was telling me. I got the days mixed up. And Scott, MIA completely. We'll see him when we see him. He does that though. He does that. I text him almost daily. Hear from him like once a week. Hello, hello, hello. Uh-oh. I just invited somebody and I did not mean to. Don't join whoever did that. I was just trying to scroll through the comments. And I don't know how to unsend that, so hopefully whoever I sent it to feels just as awkward as I did. I did notice, this is the first time I noticed, on the TikTok side, I got a warning. Do you guys see the warning at the bottom right here? It's weird. Yeah, I don't think I've ever noticed that before. It may have been there. I don't know. It is true. It says consuming substances featured in this live could harm your health. That's true. I assume it's talking about me. It could also mean the mead, though. Could. I think the jury's still out. I don't know. But yeah, Ishtar Mead just came out last week. Libra Mead, your Libra Mead comes out this Saturday, batch 187. 187. It's pretty cool. And then the week after that, so we're going into October 4th, will be another World Deities Mead. That's where I take a god or goddess from a different culture from around the world. Some very ancient, some very modern. And I make a mead in their honor, very close and similar to the Norse series that I did. There's a playlist for that if you want to go check out my Norse meads. And then the week after that, another Willet mead, and it is a disgusting one. An absolute disgusting gagger. So I hope you guys stay tuned. The next Willet mead will be out October 11th, and it will make your stomach spin around in circles. Just watching me make it and then drink it will make your stomach turn around in circles. I'll leave it at that. And then another goddess mead, World Deity mead, and then after that, your Halloween mead. We're in October 25th at that point. So stay tuned. A brand new mead every single Saturday. And yeah, a lot of fun ones in the pipeline. A lot of fun ones. Yeah, I'm telling you, Tall Tray, it's a gross one. It's a gross one. Maybe up there with Bucks. Maybe up there with Bucks. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out together. I haven't tasted it yet. Still a few weeks away, but I can tell you I walked past it and then like, Good evening, Ian. We're about to get started. Thanks for joining. Tonight's Corey's mead, as a reminder, it's going to be a lot of fun, though. We're going to be racking some mead tonight. Kiwi and apricot mead going. I mean, that sounds great. That sounds great. I don't taste my stuff at all through the process. I think most mead makers do. They taste it at the racking process, like with the process we're doing tonight. I don't do it. I don't like it. I like to be surprised at the end. Plus, the flavor you get in these, unless it's a really potent, strong flavor, it's going to be different by the time it kind of clarifies. My opinion. Lots of people disagree. All right. I'm going to move the camera around and get started. Don't go anywhere afterwards. I want to chit-chat with you. So I'm going to say hello and goodbye like you're not there. I'm going to try to cut this portion of the video out so I can repost it for those who couldn't make it tonight. So when I say goodbye, that's not for you. That's for future you. Pants are optional. That's up to you guys. I am wearing them. You don't have to. I think we're ready, though. If you guys are ready. I am going to pull the camera a little bit further back so you can see the process. I won't be reading comments. You guys will have to entertain each other. I don't have either of my mods here. So, be good. Be nice to each other. And then, yeah, let me know if somebody's mean when I get back. Let's go. Hopefully yeah, we're good. I was gonna say, hopefully we can kind of center stuff pretty good. YouTube's a little shaky, but I'm not done yet before somebody starts yelling at me. It's good enough, right? It's crooked. Yeah, it's crooked. I can see it. It's good enough. We're running with it. We're running with it. Sweet. Thank you so much for letting me be here, though, before we get started. Skull. I'll see you guys on the other side. Again, don't go anywhere. Take your pants off. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery tonight. Very special night. We're going to be racking my good buddy Corey's mead. This is the pear vanilla mead. So we made this a few weeks ago in this fermenting bucket. This is a 2-gallon fermenting bucket. I think we did a half-gallon of water, half-gallon pear juice, if I remember, and a full little bottle of vanilla extract. Put in some yeast, some honey, and this guy was bubbling like crazy. It was bubbling like crazy, so we definitely have some alcohol in here. So we're going to do step 1, take off this lid. Oh, woo! It might be too much vanilla. Let me show you. I mean, it looks like a standard mead. There was no actual matter in there, no like heavy chunks of anything. But it is potent. Potent smell. I'm just not learning my lesson this week. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, it doesn't smell bad, but you get like a little punch in it. Anyway. So tonight we're going to be racking the mead. So the main purpose of this is to separate all of the gunk that has died and settled to the bottom. So our mead can start the clarification process. This is very common for most mead makers. This is a 2-gallon fermenting bucket, like I said. We're going to transfer it into our 1-gallon glass carboy. This is a mini hand pump siphon. We're going to give it a couple pumps, and then gravity should take over from here, because our bucket is raised above our carboy. So it is like, look at that. Why is it that color? It's like cloudy. I don't know what Corey made me do. I guess that's the pear juice. I don't know. It looks relatively clear on the top, so I think it's kind of, the pear juice must have separated to the bottom. Which I can already tell you is going to be a lot of fun to bottle, because it's going to do the same thing in this one. We're going to have to, like, I don't know. We're going to have to get like a couple bottles of clear juice to send to Corey, and then a couple cloudy ones to send to Dennis. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. But thank you so much for watching. I go live every single Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, well, about 8:30 Eastern time, to show you some of the mead making process live. You see how it's cleared up now? Isn't that crazy? It had like a layer of like cloudy, like settled pear juice at the bottom. It's got to be interesting. It is like crystal clear coming through our siphon now. But if you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence is from Africa, over 20,000 years old. There's evidence in China, about 10,000 years old. Evidence in ancient Central America, and of course, Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, and then did it better than everybody else. But what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. And I love that about your ancestors. I think that's awesome, and it's also something we have in common. And if the world needs anything right now, it's more things in common. Mead, by definition, is made in a very similar fashion as wine, except we use honey for the main fermentation process instead of grapes or other fruits. But every combination exists in between, like the one we're doing tonight, and the many you see in front of you. Join me every Saturday. I put out a video that shows you exactly how to make a brand new batch. I don't miss Saturdays, and I don't replicate recipes. Batch 187 comes out this coming Saturday, so stay tuned. I brand new mead every single Saturday. I have literally not missed a Saturday since I started this channel. Every single one. I have not missed one. Not with family drama, not with vacations, not with work, nothing. I'm always here for you to show you a brand new mead. Like I said, batch 187 comes out this Saturday. We are about 2/3. Do you see how easy this process is? It's stupid easy. Stupid easy. You can do this yourself for a fraction of the cost it would to for a fraction of the cost it would take to buy mead or other wines at a liquor store or beer store, depending on what state you in. I actually never heard of a beer store until recently. They're all over the place. Not in Maryland. Not here in Maryland. Just liquor stores. You have to buy your beer there. So, welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. And as you see, we're wrapping up here. I'm going to start paying a little bit more attention. We are getting up to where the bottle starts to kind of funnel in. I am going to aim for the bottom of this neck right here of the knuckle. That is exactly where I want to be. And we're getting close. We're getting close. I know if I start paying attention to you, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to tilt this guy a little bit just so I make sure we don't hit the bottom of that bottle there. Almost there. And there it is. Boom! The remaining meat that's in the siphon now, we'll fill that up right to where we want it to go. Try not to make a big mess here. We're going to move these guys around. Ugh. This is a fermenting cap that we're going to put on top of our 1 gallon glass carboy there. And then this is a airlock. This is a 3-piece airlock. I prefer these over the typical S-shaped airlocks. We're going to fill this about halfway full of water. That way, if there's any fermentation still going on or kind of reignited there, the bubbles will, from the carbon dioxide will be able to leak out and get into the atmosphere, and nothing else will be able to penetrate this bottle and get inside. So that's it. We're done. Step 2 of the 3-step process is complete. It's that easy to make your own alcohol at home. If you don't know how to do it, give me a follow. And then come back every single Saturday to see a brand new mead recipe that's always free in the description of the video, along with an how-to instructions on how to make it yourself. And then every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see a step of the mead making process live. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys on the other side next week. Don't forget to be here this Saturday, super early in the morning. I'll put out a video for you Libras. I have a Zodiac line of meads. And this one's for you, Libras. And I'm sorry for the insults. See you guys. Thank you. Skull. All right, we did it. We did it. We did it. I like it. I like it. Let's get this guy over here a bit. That is Corey's Pear Vanilla Mead. It is a cool orange color. I don't know what to think of it yet. That's the color really threw me off when it started. It was almost like milky. You guys saw it? And then it cleared, like, I don't know, maybe like a fifth of the way through. It cleared. So, like, this is, like, got to settle. It's got to settle. And now that I think about it, hello, good evening. Now that I think about it, the pear juice that was in the bottle, I had to shake that. I bet that's what it is. I bet that's what it is. Do I ever run a storage of bottles? No, I give a lot of it away. A lot of it away. Tons of it. Oh, it went pretty good though. I think. I'll try to clip that portion of the video out and post it tomorrow. I've been really bad at that. Really bad at it. It's a tedious process on the TikTok side. YouTube, it auto reposts. I don't have to do anything. I'm going to shut off tonight, and then it's going to process, and when it's done, it'll auto post. Should have shaken it before I transferred it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I will be very gentle when we bottle it because I don't want to get any of that settled into the bottles. Chilled or room temperature? That's a great question. It's preference. It's preference. I've had some. Let me restart. A vast majority of the mead that I drink is at room temperature. I have some that I prefer chilled though. There's been a couple that have just been better. Usually it's like kind of genres of mead. Like when I do like chocolate nib stuff for whatever reason, that has to be room temperature for me. I only tried it like refrigerated cold because I heard that that was a better thing. If I'm any of the ciders, anything like cider wise, I prefer chilled. Anything apple or like pear oriented, this will probably be better chilled than room temperature. But oh, Joel, I don't do either. I use time. I use time. I started this whole channel by with the intentions, the mission to show the simplicity of mead making. So I don't use anything. I don't use chemicals. I don't use any methods, cold crashing, or anything else. I just use time. I also don't use my hydrometer. I don't know what the alcohol content is on the vast majority of my stuff. I can tell you the range that my yeast typically hits. Every once in a while, I spot check a batch here and there, but because I make a brand new recipe every single week, I don't know for sure. I'm really unorthodox when it comes to mead makers. Really unorthodox. Great questions, though. I do use feelings. I do use a lot of feelings. Sometimes there's tears in my mead, but that's in the glass that I'm drinking. I promise I don't put any in the bottles. Probably. Probably. Hello, if you're joining us, thank you so much. Welcome to the Old Guide's Meadery. You just missed it. We wrecked some mead live. And now we're just chit-chatting about it. It's beautiful. This is your pear and vanilla mead I made for my good buddy Corey. Give Corey a follow. He's actually here in the comments on the TikTok side. Right there. Right there. Give him a follow. Very skeptical. I'm very skeptical. The cloudiness really threw me off. What's the proof? No idea. Didn't use the hydrometer. I'm going to guess a lot, but I don't know. I also don't back sweeten. Another great question. Everything that I do, every single flavor that I've made on social media has been 100% in the primary. I can't wait for you to review it either. I do prefer a dry mead though. I think that's kind of why I initially started doing that. But I can tell you a lot doesn't come out dry. You don't have to back sweeten with the right recipes to get really great flavors. Hello, if you're just jumping in, welcome to the Old Guys Meadery. You missed it. We wrecked this mead. But come back next Wednesday. I think next Wednesday we're already starting a batch of mead. This is pear. Excuse me. Pear and vanilla mead. Thank you. I must have missed one. I do not sell, but I do the next best thing. I show you exactly how to make it. Every single recipe that I make is free, and I post it in the description of the videos. Ouch. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I love the new typewriter. There it is. I felt it coming. Oh, this is Woodford Reserve. It's not great, but I got it. I got it. And I'm ready for bed. I gotta clean the bucket, and then I'm going to sleep. I mean, that sounds fantastic. That is a lot of words for a name of whiskey, though. It's a lot of words for a whiskey. My go-to, I haven't had my go-to in a long time because like I'm kind of going through what I have. My go-to is Michter's. Michter's from Louisville, Kentucky. Bourbon. They make a rye too, but I prefer the bourbon. But I don't have any. I have zero on hand. If I had some on hand, I'd be having some of that tonight, but I don't. I don't know if I've ever had Heaven Store. Don't know. I would try it though. It's a bourbon. You're late, Mr. Dan. We started this at 8:30. So you're super late, actually. We're going to be wrapping up in a couple minutes here. This is Corey's pear vanilla mead. And it was like weird cloudy when I first started siphoning it. And now it's, a very bright orange. I don't know. Unpredictable. Pumpkin ale. I love pumpkin stuff. I'm not a big beer guy. But I will say, I like to try like those off flavor stuff. I love like the seasonal stuff. The best beer I've ever had, and I've hunted for this ever since and have not found it. I was in Boston and I was doing a pub crawl, and there was this little place there. I think it was from a local, like brewery. I don't know. Had a Cinnabon, like the company Cinnabon. They had a Cinnabon stout, and I dislike stouts more than I like a typical ale. My buddy got it, and he was like, "Dude, you gotta try it." So I tried it. By far, my favorite beer I've ever had. I've never found it again. It tasted like a liquid alcohol Cinnabon. It's the only way to describe it. It wasn't like gimmicky. It wasn't like a cinnamon beer, like because that's kind of what I was thinking. It tasted like a Cinnabon. But yeah, so if you're up in the New England area and you know anything about this, please put me in the loop. That was a few years ago. I don't remember what bar it was. We were on a bar crawl, and we went to like half a dozen bars pretty quickly. It was like, hey, let's have a beer here and get to the next one. And then the last one, everybody kind of hung out with. And it was one of the ones in between. It was kind of like a club. It was 2 floors, very loud, bars on both floors. It was a lot of fun. I don't remember in great detail, as you could probably predict. Yeah, I mean, from Connecticut, maybe. You guys take a day trip up there and just like, hey, I don't know if you guys know the Mead Dummy or not. He's looking for that beer you guys have. Just go knocking on doors. Ian would do it. I don't know if Jen would do it or not, but Ian would do it. You guys have that Cinnabon? That Cinnabon hookup. Chocolate ale. See, I would try that. That's the kind of stuff I would love. Why wouldn't it be a stout, though? Why would you make it chocolate ale? I guess I make chocolate meads. I retract my statement. I don't know. It was a stout? Yeah, I would try it. And I'd probably love it. Good night, Corey. I'm going to be heading out myself, too. For everybody, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. I had a lot of fun. If you want your own batch of mead on the TikTok side, subscribe. It costs you a couple bucks a month. It really helps support what I do and put a dent in all these ingredients. But I will be putting a post out this weekend for TikTok subscribers only. Ask them what flavor you want. And then whoever comes up with the best idea with ingredients that I can get in time, I will start that next Wednesday. So stay tuned if you're a subscriber already. Plus you get a really awesome little badge on your name. So stay tuned. And yeah, this Saturday, if you are a Libra or you know a Libra, I'm sorry. That was the end of my statement. I also, on a separate statement, made you a mead that will be out this Saturday. And I'm sorry for that as well. It's true. Good thing Libras aren't picking up what I'm saying, though. But yeah, stay tuned. The Zodiac Meads return this Saturday with your Libra mead. It'll be a lot of fun. And then I have another World Deities mead after that, the week after that. And then another really, really, really gross Willet mead. So, sorry. I'm sorry for all of it. And then as we start wrapping up, I think Halloween's the week after that. We're going to get much closer into our 200th batch, which just happens to come out New Year's week, a couple days before New Year's this year. So stay tuned. And then I'm kicking off some brand new categories starting January. The Zodiac one will go through until I think March, where we wrap that up and get the full cycle of 12. But lots of new stuff coming your way. I've got lots of stuff in the works in the background. I'm well into next year for starting batches already, and then I've got most of the rest of the year recipe'd out and just waiting for buckets to empty out so I can start those too. So stay tuned. A brand new mead every single Saturday. I'm not stopping. I've got stuff for months and months and months going. And yeah, if you want to make your own alcohol at home, give me a shout out. Give me a follow. I'll show you how I do it so you can tweak it, make it better. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you guys all real soon. Good night. Shoot me a direct message if you need anything at all on TikTok. I answer all of them. Skull. I'll see you guys next Wednesday, but you'll see me this Saturday.